Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for August 20 through the 26th. My name is Dawn. You're at Dawn Williams Tarot. Thank you for being here. I am doing my readings for this coming week with the Archangel Oracle deck by Diana Cooper. This is what the deck looks like. My guidance has been that this week I am to use the energy of the Archangel to actually set the energy for the week. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull your card. So your card is Archangel Lavender. And I believe this Archangel works with the Soul Star Chakra, which is part of your fifth dimensional chakra system. Her message is prepare for soul healing. Forgive and release anyone. And this would include yourself, right? Because really what you want to do is you want to free yourself from that energy that's kind of holding you down. So I'm actually going to read her message. I really don't know much about her other than I know she oversees that chakra. Okay, so Archangel Lavender has gentle lavender light, which enfolds people in loving and purifying healing. And I just want you just to take a second. I want you to take just a deep breath and just let it out and just let yourself sink into your seat. Ground your body and just allow her lavender light to surround you. There's a lot of ascended masters. Saint Germain is one that uses the violet light, but she's using a softer energy, I think, of that ray because it's a little bit more feminine in nature. So when your soul star chakra is opening, expanding, and starting to light up, she approaches you to help you understand your gifts, talents, and ancient knowledge so that you can use them wisely. Although you may be ready to open your soul star chakra fully, it may be blocked by one or more ancestors or people you have met on your soul journey. It doesn't necessarily mean that this energy is there, that it's from this lifetime. It could, if it's your soul, that means it could go across lifetimes. There's no time and space as a soul. So just think about that as you're setting the intention to work with her with that. So if they refuse to forgive you, which means your ancestors or people that you've met on your journey, they hold you back from your spiritual progress. So Archangel Lavender uses her special wisdom to communicate with them to bring about this release. As soon as you are ready, she will work with you during sleep to heal your soul star. So just so you know what your soul star is. So you may be aware of the 7 chakras that we've heard about for, ever and ever and ever, which are within the body. They're the energy centers of our body. This is how our soul integrates and uses those energies in our physical form. And then we also have that silver cord that goes up and connects with us, with source. So as you're working with these more ascended chakras, you start with your Earth Star chakra, which is 10 feet below your feet into the ground. And that energy is, the angel that works with that energy is Archangel Sandalphon, okay? That is your base, your Earth Star chakra, and then it goes into your base chakra, which is your root chakra, goes through your chakra system, and then above your crown chakra is your star chakra, and then above that is your soul star chakra, okay? And that's the energy that we're talking about right now. Choosing this card indicates that you are ready to bring back your gifts, talents, and wisdom that you have earned on your soul's journey. In order to do so, forgive everyone and everything that has hurt you in this life or any other. If you feel hurt or angry with someone, even though it may seem justified, ask yourself how long you are prepared to hold on to those emotions. That's a really great question. A lifetime? 10 lifetimes? Let go now so that you can purify your soul star chakra. Strengthening your intention by affirming, I forgive everyone and everything that has ever hurt or harmed me in this lifetime or any other. That's actually a really good mantra. You may want to write that down so you can refer back to that. When Archangel Lavender uses her wisdom to persuade anyone who is blocking you, that will help to release you. So that's her role. That's her energy. So I want you to tap into this energy again. You can see her beautiful, as she's releasing these doves, right? This is kind of the way that you think of this hurt, this pain, these wounds that you have, that you just want to release them and send them back with love. Everything that we're doing right now, even though there's a lot of things happening in the 3D level, as ascended beings, as beings that are going through the ascension process, which is kind of why you're here on the planet during this tumultuous time, is to experience this rising up, this ascension process with this planet. This is actually an amazing time. So I've been guided to start introducing these angels for anybody who happens to come upon these readings so that you can start utilizing them as helpers for you. It's not that you want to give up your sovereignty to them. You don't want to put them on a pedestal. They certainly do not want you to do that. It's the same with ascended masters, Master Jesus, any of the masters. They don't want you to worship them. They want to walk beside you as friends in friendship and help you, okay, through that. So just tap into that energy for a little bit and see if that resonates with you, okay? I hope that's helpful. She's a beautiful energy. Okay, so I'm going to pull your cards and see what else. Oh, you start off with the Two of Cups, romance. There's a soul connection coming in, could be a soulmate. As you walk away from something. Ooh, Hangman. Now this is in your obstacles position. So there's something that's resisted here. Nine of Swords is anxiety and nightmare. I'll get more into that. And then you've got this Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is all self-inflicted as well. Okay, so let's start with this Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a beautiful energy. We only have the one Hanged Man, which is the major arcana. So we'll get to that in just a minute. But the Two of Cups, this is about relationships. This is potentially soul relationships. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but it certainly could be, okay? It could also be that you're going to go into a partnership or a working relationship with someone that you feel very close to, okay? So then that soulmate or that person that's on that level, it's not that it's going to be completely blissful. That person is there kind of as a mirror to help you work through a lot of your soul lessons, your life lessons. And it could very well be karmic. And, you know, when people associate that word karma, they always think about, you know, they always think about the most negative aspects of karma. Oh, you're building up bad karma, right? But the other thing is if you think about a soulmate has been with you through multiple lifetimes. And it's kind of a reward in a way that you have a soulmate that's coming in to assist at this time. And the reason why I say that is because you may very well find that this person is going to be the person that always has your back no matter what. Okay. That's all the information that I'm picking up on that. But this is definitely connected hearts. This is it could be a union, it could be a marriage, or it could just be a very strong partnership, very strong relationship with someone. It's the perfect pairing, actually. This whole relationship is surrounded by love. And if you look up here, I mean, this is a lion's head, but really the wings there are actually representative of angels. So it's kind of like a divine, it's a divine blessing. Okay, this card. Your next step is this Eight of Cups. This Eight of Cups is a card about letting go. So it's letting go of something, walking away from something, right? If you see, he's walking off into the moonlight and he's leaving all these cups here. So it's releasing something that is no longer serving you. It's releasing something that is, you're finally ready to release any old stuck energy that's preventing you from moving forward. So it's leaving the old reality and creating new realities. This is actually a very positive card. There could be some disappointment with this walking away situation. It could be that, you know, you have gone through a lot in order to get to this point where you're ready to walk away. Or it could very well be that you know that it's for your highest and your best, that whatever it is no longer resonating with the energies that you're trying to create for yourself now. It could be old friendships. It could be just about anything that you're ready to release, honestly. But at the same time, it's also telling you that as you do this walking away, it's just like she says, she's telling you that this is a soul healing. So whatever you're ready to walk away from, call on Lavender, and she will definitely help you for your highest soul healing. And the thing to remember is, even if you've decided that you're walking away, or the other person has decided they're walking away and you are going in different directions, the most important point to the card, and what she's saying here, is to forgive and release everyone involved. Because the longer that you hang on to that energy, if you can't forgive that other person for the mistakes that they've done or whatever it is that they've done to you, realize it's a lesson. It might be a very big lesson, or it might be just a small lesson. It just could just be that, you know, sometimes things just need to end. And that's what this kind of is. It's kind of like this ending. I'm walking away and I'm going to a new beginning. I'm going to go start something new. Okay. But the most important thing is you want to forgive yourself. So even though, you know, you can look at what this person did and how they made you feel and blah, blah, blah. But when you get right down to the nuts and bolts, you allowed this to happen. You allowed this into your life. And while you might not have expected this person to have done the things that they did or whatever, the expectation was there that allowed you to set yourself up in order for you to walk away, kind of in a painful. And I'm going to explain what this pain is, because these two cards right here are mental conflict. Okay. So I feel this all ties in. The Hanged Man is your major arcana card. Major arcana cards are the more heavy hitters of the tarot. That means that this energy has been building up, getting you to this point where you're now ready to start walking away. Like, I'm done. I want to get over this. But this card is also a card of feeling stuck. So there's still a part of you that's hanging on to whatever it is. This could be having something to do with feeling stuck, feeling stagnation. It could also be your own personal stubbornness, because we don't always operate from that spiritual side of ourselves, right? We have an ego, and our ego, which is the mental part of us, right? The mental mind is the aspect of our ego that wants to control and wants to do all this stuff. So this card is saying that you might have a bit of stubbornness that you might want to release, but once you start this release, you will allow yourself to move into a bigger shift. But it looks like it's going to take you a little bit of time, because whatever it is that's going on with this Nine of Swords is talking about you've got some worries and anxieties about something. Maybe you have some levels of depression, but it's causing you some insomnia because this person is not sleeping. It's nighttime. You can see they're in their bed. The other thing too that I'm realizing is this person's got this comforter over her lap. A female? It looks like a female to me. I don't know. Doesn't really matter what gender. But some people just like to have that anxiety. Some people thrive off of that. And you may be one of those. I don't know. But this is also an opportunity to find your courage so that you can break free from these thoughts. Swords have to do with how we express. This is all mental mind stuff. And the reason why I feel that both of these cards are really important about feeling stuck and getting yourself out of this situation is because these both represent mental anguish of some kind, feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling as though you can't change whatever situation you are in. But what I'm telling you is a lot of it has to do with, this is all things that you've built up in your mind. These could all be thoughts that you have allowed to play, this tape through your mind of whatever those tapes are. And so with this card, it's telling you that, are you imagining the worst possible outcome of whatever your situation is? Can you imagine a more positive outcome? And if you can imagine another more positive outcome to whatever these situations are, what steps can you take in order to get you to that point of releasing this anguish? And it might all just have to be with just reprogramming your thoughts. Instead of diving into the negative thoughts that we tell ourselves, turn it around, turn your thinking around so that you're thinking more positively, okay? Because when you do that, you activate the higher part of you and you activate this healing that can come in and free you, okay? So use your inner knowing to expose the illusions of whatever this energy is for you. With this Eight of Swords, this is an opportunity for you to let go of old stories. So you may very well tell people about your past. Now, for me, this is kind of what this represents, is past that has like all these bad things that may have happened to you. And when you go back to tell those stories, you're reliving, you're re-energizing that energy. And if you were to look at your life in a way of, even as difficult as it may be, if you could find that light, if you can find something positive that you've learned from any of those situations, even if it's like, I have learned that I'm not going to allow myself to be put into that situation again. That's a huge lesson. So this one is talking about nurture your soul. Spend time transmuting any of those feelings of feeling helpless. Because if you look at her, she looks like she's completely bound up, tied. She's got blindfolds on. She's all tied up. And she's got all these swords around her, which is just her thoughts thinking, right? But if she were just to step back, she could probably free herself from all of that. She could free herself where she could free up her hands and reach up and take off that blindfold, okay? Now, I feel as though this doesn't give us enough information as to an outcome, so I am going to pull one more card. The Strength card. Oh, the Strength card. If you look at her, she's actually this is one of my favorite cards because I've had to tap into this energy so many times in my own life. And this energy is about inner strength, and it is about using your inner wisdom. And it's also asking you to approach this from a very calm and confident space. You don't have to make big steps. You realize that if you look at her, she's putting her hands in this lion's mouth. And basically the message that I pick up from that action is that she's been able to even overcome one of the most mighty, powerful animals on the planet. She's in harmony with this animal. This animal could eat her alive, but he trusts her. He trusts her inner knowing. He knows that even though she's got his hands in his mouth, that she is not there to hurt him, right? So it kind of represents that. It asks you to use your inner will and your inner strength to set you free, and believe with all of your might that you can get through whatever it is that these difficulties you're facing, because you've got help. I usually typically do this. You've got help right here. So you can call on this angel. She will help you not only clear your soul star chakra, if you're interested in working through your chakra systems to level up to that fifth dimensional energy that we're working towards. But she can also help you heal the wounds, especially because if you remember in the beginning when we were talking about her energy, she talks about through all lifetimes. So basically what this is saying is maybe what you're working through is a lot of that. I usually call that the dark side of the soul, right? The dark night of the soul is where you really go deep into your deeper parts of yourself to look at that stuff within you so that you can bring it up to heal. And how this may be triggered for you this week, because there's a lot of information coming out. I mean, we just had the Maui fires, and there's so much information about, were they actually set by a hurricane? Were they, set on purpose? Because there's this, agenda. But I mean, you can look at so many different areas in our lives right now that all this stuff is surfacing. So it could bring up a lot of fear. And it could also be triggering things that have happened in your past life that hadn't been healed, that you're brought into this life. And now is the time for you to be able to heal that. If you truly are on a trajectory to move into the fifth dimension and to ascend into the higher realms, to get out of this 3D reality, then some of the things that you do need to do is you need to do some of that old clearing. Okay. I hope this is helpful for you. I hope it resonates on some level and that it touches your heart. Please use your tap into the Archangel Lavender energy. She's there to work with you. And is there anything else, Spirit? You are a magical creator. You are stronger than you realize that you are. What I'm getting is that now is the time to step into your sovereignty. Now is the time to step into your divinity. Now is the time to set your declarations as to what you want to do, where you want to go, and what you want to experience moving forward as a soul. You've got all the help that you need. You actually have all the answers within you. So take the time and go within and tap into all of that knowledge within yourself. Okay? Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you listening to the end. I wish you all the best this week. And until next time, take very good care of you.